Well, welcome. I feel like I have finally arrived. I've made it to the interview seat of Channel 18. So I'm very excited to have Ed McManus as my guest here on the Carolyn Curie Show. I'm just kidding. They'll be cutting this. Cut. Let's not. No, I'm just kidding. But Ed, thank you for coming on to talk about everything that's going on with Beach Day. I don't know if we'll get into Cranberry Festival too, but we'll start with Beach Day if you don't mind.
Okay, well, first I'm honored to be your first interview.
On the Carolyn Curie Show.
My gosh. The inaugural launch. Anyway, yeah, with summer coming slowly to an end and Labor Day coming up this weekend, the following Saturday, as is always the tradition with the Cranberry Festival, is we hold our Family Beach Day activity.
So much fun.
Sort of celebration to the end of the summer season and a little bit of fun before we start pushing through the rest of the year.
Not a little bit of fun, a whole lot of fun.
A whole lot of fun.
There is a lot of fun.
You know, it'll be down at Red River Beach on Saturday the 6th. It starts at 11 o'clock. And that's beach games and contests and an arts and crafts tent and pony rides and a magician and touch a truck. The fire department, police department, and the highway department bring down vehicles. Petting zoo, the Kakunis family brings some farm animals down, and just a whole variety of things. The Cranberry Festival Committee, we set up our food tent and have wonderful hot dogs, hamburgers, and Italian sausage, and a bake table, and there's we get our Dolores Sherry, who is, in essence, puts us all together. She is relentless all summer long. She goes out and solicits prizes and gifts for the kids as they do the different games, but also she gets a variety of larger gifts, which are a little bit maybe inappropriate to give to some of the little toddlers, but so we do a little bag raffle during the day and raffle those off to folks who come. And
I know about that because we at the community center donate one of our beautiful new sweatshirts. I should have brought it in. Have you seen those beautiful Harwich sweatshirts?
No, I haven't.
It's part of one of the gifts, so it's in a gift basket put together. So there are beautiful gifts, and I was going to say, it's a lot of, the day itself is just great. It's a lot of fun, but one of the things that is so exciting about it is it really is a place where you run into so many people in Harwich. Yeah. People come together. It's kind of like a kind of wrap up of the end of the summer, get ready for, oh my goodness, what's coming up. And you were talking about the touch a truck and Leo and the family. There's a lot of touching, but there's also a lot of camaraderie and touching.
That's
like,
right.
oh, hi, how are you?
Yes.
I love that part of the Beach Day
it's
experience.
a nice event, although, you know, there are still out-of-towners in town.
Absolutely.
And they're there, but it's more so than a lot of the activities over the summer. This is a lot of local folks and friends and neighbors that you may have lost touch with over the year. You know, kids out of school, family in town. You just don't really have a lot of time to stay in touch with everybody in town. So it's a great event. And then at the end of the day, the family, those sort of activities run till 3. And then the food concession will stay there until the evening activities, which start about 6 o'clock. Sarah Burrell will be performing, providing some music. She's a wonderful performer.
Absolutely.
Longtime Cape resident, and she does a lot of work around the world in suicide prevention and substance abuse prevention and those things. She's just an amazing person. And then at a little bit after 7, when it gets dark, we light the bonfire.
It is such a nice event for everyone.
Yeah.
Young middle-aged, older. It's just, it really is. And the Cranberry Festival does a fabulous job.
And we do it at no charge, except for if you buy refreshments or participate in the raffle. But it's a free event that we do to sort of give something back to the folks in town for doing a great job all summer long.
And it's so nice. So I'm going to give you guys a plug because I have volunteered some time, not nearly enough, but if you have some time and you go to these events and you have a little time, the Cranberry Festival is always looking for people who want to volunteer and help out. So I'm going to give you guys a little plug because it's a great time if you want to help out too. What a wonderful group of people to work with. So I'll give you a plug because I've had a great experience. My niece was staying with me and she came and worked with you guys as well. So they're happy to have anyone who wants to come help too. And it's just the whole experience. I love your beach days and Cranberry Festival. And
well, on that vein, you know, we this past couple of years, the current Girl Scout troop has been giving us a lot of assistance, and they've been wonderful at that. Unfortunately, a lot of the girls in the troop are going to be graduating at the end of this year, and so we're looking for another youth group to come in to sort of fill in and help. They're particularly helpful on the days of the craft fairs over the summer and the Harwich Cranberry Festival days in helping facilitate the process of unpacking and repacking all the craft vendors, because it's a lot of people to move into a small space in a short time, and just a few extra hands to help move things from the parking lot onto the lawn is good. But you're right. It's just a very small group of volunteers that do this. We're probably, the entire committee is probably down to about 10 people now. But we continue on. And the reason we continue on is at the end of the year, after all of the events we do, now it's gotten back to a stable level. We have some money left over. And our big purpose is to provide scholarships to kids graduating from formerly Harwich High School, now Monomoy High School. And this year, I believe, not only last year we increased the number of scholarships we gave out, and this year I think financially we've gotten back on footing that we're going to increase the amount of each scholarship because it's our purpose. It's why we do it, and I think we'll be pushing close to $8,000 or $10,000 in scholarships this year. And then there's other donations we make to other events, children's service events around town throughout the year. But the scholarship program is one of our primary things. But before we get too far, the other big thing is the following weekend. Oh, one thing on the Beach Day event, if the weather's inclement or raining on Saturday, the rain day is on Sunday. We just bump it back one day. Hopefully we don't get 2 rainy days in a row, but that's all.
On Cape Cod, never happened.
Never happened.
It's not allowed. We don't let it happen.
But then the next weekend is the Cranberry Festival, Arts and Music Festival, and we're having this year about 130 arts and crafts people. We are the Cran Jam music concerts put on by WOMR are going to be on the ball field, and we're going to be bringing in some additional food trucks to provide a little bit greater array of food, and setting up a picnic area with tables and chairs on the ball field, sort of a beer garden, because the radio station, is part of their concerts, they sell beer and wine, and that'll be nice. And then around that area, we're going to be setting up an area for community organizations to have booths and opportunities to sort of engage with the community.
Perfect, right up my alley. You know how I feel about that.
I know. So
anything we can do for the community.
It's going to be, I think, a great weekend. And we start on Saturday. The fair opens at 9. Music will be starting about noon, or a little bit after, on Saturday and run till 6 or 7. And then on Sunday, again, we open. Sunday morning's a little bit slower open. Some of the craftspeople.
Time to shop.
Yeah, some of the craftspeople maybe wander in by 10.
There you go.
And then we'll be having music Sunday afternoon. And we also have booked with a couple of entertainers who will do both acts from the stage, but also wandering through the fairs. Jugglers, balloon animal artists to do some entertainment for kids. So it's going to be quite a good weekend.
Always is. Oh my God, and you always add to it. So just so people who are marking their calendars, the actual dates is September for Beach Day, September 6th.
With Rain Day, September the 7th.
And then just while you're getting your pen and pencil, September 6th is Beach Day. And then the following weekend will be Cranberry Festival, which is September
13th and
14th. I just want you to make sure you jot those down. We'll say it a few more times for you, and I know they'll announce it on Channel 18, but I just, you know, I know my mother-in-law likes to write things down, and she likes an actual date, so I'll just, you know, on the Carolyn Carey show, we say it a lot of times. So.
Yeah. And then, as we all know, the high school is sort of still under a little bit of construction, but parking will be up at the high school in the lot by White House Field and out back, and also here at the community center. And we have been borrowing the van from the Friends of the Council on Aging. We make a nice donation to that organization for their allowing us to use their van to run a shuttle. And this year, because of the distance and the confusion, we're going to add a second shuttle.
Oh, nice.
Where I think we're going to be contracting with a group up in Provincetown called the Funk Bus. They do shuttle bus services for all sorts of both public and private events all summer long on Cape Cod, and they're going to come down and provide an additional shuttle so we can keep people moving back and forth.
I need to ride it just because it's called the Funk Bus. You know that.
Yes, I know.
We might need to have just a tour of the Funk Bus, everybody, because that's the way it goes. So.
But anyway, that's what we've got on tap, and we hope everybody out there in the TV land has a chance to come on by and see the fair, enjoy the music, have something to eat. Meet with members of the community at their booths and talk with some of the organizations and have a good time. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, don't miss the beach day. What a great reward for kids going back to school, and you know, nice family event too, really. And really, Cranberry Festival does an excellent job, as does Channel 18, who produces the Carolyn Carey show. Thanks, Ed, for coming in, and we'll hopefully get so many people at both of the events that we will need to add another one. No, I'm kidding, but thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to the events coming up.
All right. Thank you, Carolyn.